Hello. I'm going to wait just a minute while I'm waiting for people to get on. I'm not going to get in a hurry here. I want to explain to you what happened. But first of all, while we're waiting, I want to tell you a little story. Uh, I had a guy call me today about the extended warranty on my car. Don't you just love those people? I mean, they just something special, right? They bless their heart. Well, this feller, he called me up. He wanted to talk to me about the extended warranty on my car. And so I spoke, man. And seems he wanted to know what kind of vehicle I had. So I told him I got a Mustang. He said, well, how old is your Mustang? I said, well, it's 3 years old. He says, okay, that would be a 2017, correct? I said, yeah. He said, how many miles has it got on it? I said, well, it's got about 6,000 miles. And he said, well, that's not much mileage. He said, do you not drive it much? I said, only when I have to. So he said, well, tell me. He said, is it a hard top or is it a convertible? I said, it ain't got no top on it. And he said, well, he said, is it an automatic or is it a stick? I said, well, I guess it's an automatic. I give her a little nudge and she takes right off. He says, okay, it's an automatic. Then he asked me, he said, well, he said, tell me, he said, how big an engine has he got in? How many cubic inches? And I said, man, I don't know nothing about them there cubic inches, but I can tell you it's a 1 horsepower. He said, a 1 horsepower? He said, well, I never heard of an engine that small. He said, isn't it hard to get up the hills? And I said, well, I'm a big boy. And I said, yeah, it does lug a little going uphill. I said, but I'm patient with it. I don't push it. And he said, well, he said, seemed like that'd be awful hard on it. And I said, well, you know, sometimes it gets hot and I got to slow down and let it cool off. And he said, well, he said, now tell me, he said, what kind of braking systems this vehicle got on it? And I said, well, I just kind of lean back and I hold them reins real tight and I say, whoa there, hoss. Mister? Hey, mister. Where'd you go there, mister? Why, he hung up on me. I bet that's the last time they call me. Now, I want to get down to the serious business. Tonight's show, American Patriots have responded. Mutiny, U.S.A., Special Investigation, Day 6. We had a problem today with the audio. It seems I did the whole show and nobody could hear it. So we're going to do the show again tomorrow night. And I just wanted to bring you a little bit of laughter before I told you. I figured the old Jack must, especially if you sat there trying to find that show and couldn't find it tonight. And I apologize for that. I said on Facebook earlier that the president went home. That's what the news was saying. Come to find out, he took a victory lap today and said hi to the neighbors. You know what I mean? And he had a lot of people mad at him, but he's used to that. He's real used to that, and that doesn't bother him a bit. He waved at his fans. They stood out there, and they've waited for him, and they've waved their flags, and they prayed for him. And I think that's what the nation should be doing. There's too much of the honoriness going on Twitter and different places. People wishing him and the family would die, wishing they could get his seat in the White House. And you know what? They're going to have to work for it. The man's not giving up. He's a fighter. And, you know, I don't care who you vote for. I do ask you to vote and do your civic duty. And may the best man win. And I just want to say that this COVID is a serious thing. It can kill people. But with a little bit of common sense and a little bit of safety, we can go a long way. We don't have to live behind masks the rest of our lives. I'm not living behind one now. I only wear one where I'm forced to wear it, and only as long as I have to. Uh, you've got this idea coming up with these vaccines. If you want to take one, take it. That's your business. I'm not going to take one. Uh, I'm healthy as a horse right now, and I've been running around town and doing my thing and getting done what needs to be done. Uh, I don't get up in anybody's face, and I don't let nobody up in mine, even when there's not COVID. So just be smart, folks. And like I say, if you want to take that vaccine, you go right ahead, but I'm not doing it. And I hope until we talk tomorrow night, I hope you're on the show. Hope you listen. And at that point, neighbor, I hope to be saying howdy to you. And you just come on over to the show. We've been laying out this investigation. I might be an old country boy, but I also know how to investigate, and I got a good team of investigators working with me. And we are turning this country upside down on what we're turning out. We've done tied Soros up with the money. We done tied Tom Steyer up with the money. We've tied a couple of other billionaires up with the money that's backing all this that's going on in our country. All these attacks on our cities and on our homes and our businesses, our people, the murders and everything else. They're paying for it, and we're proving it. So why don't you come on over, neighbor, tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and hear what we got to say. And I encourage you to bring a piece of paper and a ink pen with you when you sit down to listen to the show. And I want you to take the notes that we tell you to get, because we try to bring you the truth. Now you'll hear some commentary. It's my commentary or other people's commentary. Maybe callers might call in. You might hear their commentary. Guests might be there. You might hear their commentary. But the facts you get are facts, and we have the proof to back them up. We keep everything on paper, on computer. We keep it stored in different places. So if anything happens to one thing or another, we got it somewhere else. We can prove what we say. So anybody that wants to try to come after us for telling the truth, you better be loaded for bear, because we're loaded to take it back to you. And we will get the best lawyers in the land to represent us. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth, neighbor, and I want you to listen, because we've only got about a month, and this country is going to turn upside down, because there's probably over 1,000. We're done up to almost 200 agencies, these, what would you call them, community activist type organizations that are conspiring together to turn this country upside down. It's not a coup against the president. It's not a coup against the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. It's a coup against the nation, to take over our nation, to turn it into a Marxist communist regime, to do away with our Second Amendment, to do away with our First Amendment and all of our other amendments, to tear the Constitution up like trash and throw it in the garbage can. And if we don't do something, get ready in January, start standing outside in lines 4, 5, 6, 8 hours to maybe get a loaf of bread and a quarter stick of butter to feed your family with for the day. Now, that's how serious this is. You might think I'm a dumb old country boy, but you might be surprised what this old country boy has learned in his life and the education that he has. So come on down, sit down in the chair, neighbor, turn on your computer, go to blogtalkradio.com/citizens against terrorism, and scroll down to where it says day 6 at the top of the schedule. And that will be the one that you'll be watching. There'll be 2 day 6s, but this will be the one at the top. This will be the one that we put on tomorrow, for tomorrow. And we will do everything we can to have good audio so you can hear what's going on. And I pray you'll be with us, because you, your family, your home, your job, your business all depend on what you do when you hear what we have to say. God bless you. God bless America. And I'll see you tomorrow, neighbor.